Welcome all masters. Welcome for Oneness Meditation Qatar sessions. Today we have Master Gangadhar connecting from Australia, and he will be sharing on the topic breaking the habit of being yourself. I will give a very short introduction about the master. He works for a reputed bank in Melbourne, Australia. His native place is Anantapur from Andhra Pradesh, India. He is fortunate to be introduced into meditation at the age of 12 years by Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji when he used to visit Anantapur every week to spread the meditation. In 2020, during lockdown, he has been brought back to meditation after a long break through eye-opening lectures on awareness by Divine Mother, Saroja Gullapalli Madam from Australia. Since then, actively meditating and volunteering for the Beyond Your Mind Foundation, which was founded by Saroja Ma'am. He has been coordinating children classes from 2021 in Children Corner. His vision is to spread mindfulness and awareness across the globe. Very warm welcome to you, Master Gangadhar.
Thank you, Sankit sir, for such warm welcome. Hello, all masters. This is Gangadhar. So, masters, before we go into our topic, let us all connect to our energies. Let us do 5 minutes meditation, and then we will start our topic. So, sit in a comfortable position, either on a chair or on a floor. Cross your legs, lock your hands, and place them on your lap, and gently close your eyes, masters. Be with your breath. Just observe your normal and natural breath. The cold air that is entering your nostrils, the warm air that is leaving your nostrils. Gently be with your breath, masters. Be with your normal and natural breath. Soft and easy breath. Let the thoughts pass as clouds. Put your thoughts aside and get back to your breath, masters. As you inhale and exhale, feel your abdomen dancing, masters. Your abdomen expanding and contracting. Just be with the flow of your breath. Let us all connect to our energies. Let us be all one with the breath, masters. Let us become one with the breath, completely connected with each of us. Slowly rub your hands and place on your closed eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly remove your hands and open your eyes now, masters. Thank you all. So, masters, today our topic which we are going to discuss is breaking the habit of being yourself. I'm so fortunate to discuss this wisdom with you all. This is for the benefit of myself to remind that wisdom I got when I read the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Today I'm going to go through with you few highlights of the book. Let us all discuss, masters. So if I ask a question, why did you come into spiritual path? Each one of us might have an answer, a different answer, masters. But most common which I would feel is we have come into this path to make some significant changes, significant holistic changes in our life. I deeply believe that, masters. Whoever has joined into this session, I'm sure we all are craving for personal transformation. We all want to better ourselves every passing day. We want to change ourselves, organize ourselves into a better way. Who don't want to be better version of themselves, masters? We all want to be, right? And coming to habits, each one of us has some habits. Some might be classified as a good habits. Some might be classified as a bad habits, masters. When I say good, in our spiritual perspective, I feel that which increases our energies, you can say they are good habits. Like the habit of meditation which we are into. Every day we meditate. That's a very good habit, masters. When we meditate, we are increasing our energies. When we do exercises, we are increasing our energies. When you are into a good diet, we are increasing our energies. And there are some habits which are classified as bad. And they are these holes in our energy part. So whenever we are into those habits, our energy is depleting. So our intention here is to break that such habits where our energy is losing. Right, masters? The greatest habit you can ever break is habit of being yourselves. This statement, if we understand, then we will be able to change ourselves completely, masters. Let us go through this statement deeply, masters. When I say yourself, what is you, masters? I meant to say your physical self. That is your physical body, which I can see, which you can see. Then there is your emotional self, and there is your spiritual self. So there are these three selves inside you. And there are like two worlds, masters. External world. When I say external world is your body and the physical matter which you are able to see, the physical universe. And when I say internal world, Right, masters? We have come into this path to travel inside us. We always say, go inside, go inside. And what is there inside, masters? What is there inside each one of us? What is our inner world? Our inner world is thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and whatnot, masters. So, for example, let us go through our daily routines. Each one of us might have some different routine, but whatever it is, for example, you might be waking up from one side of your bed, and once you wake up from your bed, you might be looking into that same mirror every day and then brush your teeth or shower, then do breakfast, or probably you might be driving to work. And while you are driving to work, just observe. You might be having same thoughts every day. Like you might be observing the traffic and getting feeling irritated with the traffic. And once you reach office, you might be meeting the same people who might be pressing same emotional buttons in you. That means you might be not liking a person, a colleague, and he might be pressing some emotional button in you every day. And once you go through your day in your office, you might be coming back in the same traffic, driving in the same traffic to your home. You might be having your tea, you might be watching your favorite show, and while you are watching your favorite show, you might be going through same emotions. And then we have dinner and going on to that bed. So this is your automatic, unconscious daily routine, masters. When I say this routine, it is not only that physical tasks you are doing, also that automatic, unconscious thoughts, emotions, and belief systems you are going through. So, when you are into such automatic, unconscious behavior, where is the change, masters? There is no change in your routine, there is no change in your brain, and there is no change in the life, masters. We are into such fixed routines, daily routines in our life. In today's world, scientists are extensively exploring the relation between thought and matter. Can we use our mind to create our own reality? More or less, we all have this gut feeling inside us. I'm sure, masters. We all know that our thoughts have consequences in a such great extent that we are able to create our own reality. But are we believing it completely? If we believe it completely, shouldn't we strive to not slip even a single thought from our awareness? Are we striving for that, masters? Is there a single thought which is not slipping from our awareness? And if we completely believe that our thoughts create our destiny, wouldn't we be trying intentionally to create our destiny, our desired destiny? Right, masters? We all have our idealized personal self. We have some set of great behaviors we want to be, some elevated high emotions we want to feel, that compassion. We all have the knowledge, masters, the knowledge how we need to be. But are we that person already? What's stopping us from being that ideal person? In our quantum model of science, masters, everything is a field of energy or frequency patterns of information. Atom, if you take the minute thing like atom, according to the quantum science, it's almost space and energy and very less matter. Then, in our daily life, we are ignoring the energy or space and we are completely focused on the physical matter, masters, right? We are leaving what is the maximum part in quantum science and just hanging on to that physical part which we are able to feel with our five senses, see, feel with our senses. Quantum scientists have been doing extensive research as masters. In quantum field, there are infinite possibilities, masters. Like a while ago, we have discussed about idealized self. When I say idealized self, how you want to be, you might be thinking like how much healthy you want to be, how much wealthy you want to be, how much happy you want to be, right? You have some set of standards. Each one of you in your thoughts might have some standards you want to reach. Like if I give a clay, each one of us might be molding something according to our thoughts. Like I have a thought to mold it into Lord Krishna, or you have a thought to make it into Lord Buddha, or whichever God you like. So, but whatever thought you got, according to your thought, according to your consciousness, you are using that clay to mold into something, some matter, right? In the same way, in quantum field, there is energy, masters. That energy is of infinite possibilities. That possibilities which we have discussed about your idealized self, about health, about wealth, about happiness, about whatever you want. There are all the possibilities which you can think of. They are lying there in the quantum field, but only they will be shaped up by your consciousness. That means by your mind. Mind, when I say mind, your thoughts. So if all the matter in this physical universe, according to the quantum science, is a energy, your mind has effects on that energy, masters. That means using your mind, you will be able to create your own reality. So in the quantum world, in the quantum model of world, your physical universe is immaterial. Everything is interconnected and the information is unified field. Potentially there is nothing, masters, physically nothing, but holds everything. So we as a conscious observers with our mind, if we are making those waves of energy possibilities into physical matter, so we are making it through our thoughts. To live as that idealized version of yourself which we discussed, you need to become that one, masters. You need to become that. Then only you can live as that version. That means in the quantum field, we only communicate through our thoughts and emotions. Let us go deep into that, masters. In one of the studies which took place at Heart Math Research Center in California, and the cellular professor Glenn Rain, has done PhD in this cellular science, and he did experiments to test healers' ability to affect biological systems. So he has given some DNA test tubes to the healers, okay, and he has divided those healers into 3 groups, okay, masters. And this, for our information, this Heart Math Institute had done extraordinary research on various emotions and their relation to the heart-brain interactions. That means they have documented a link between emotions and how our heart beats. For example, negative emotions, when I say negative emotions, anger, lack, grief, sorrow, all these negative emotions, when they feel, how our heart beats erratically, unorganizedly, they have measured that, masters. And when they feel that positive emotions like, example, love, joy, compassion, how highly ordered heart coherence the person is having. This is what they have documented, they have proven, masters, this Heart Math Institute. So Professor Glenn Rain, he divided, as I said earlier, he divided the healers into 3 groups. So first group, they are trying to apply the techniques to produce positive feelings. When I say positive feelings, such as love, appreciation, etc., masters. So once they achieve that elevated state of emotion, then they are given these test tubes having DNA. So they are asked to hold for 2 minutes. They are in these elevated emotions of love and compassion and appreciation, masters, but they haven't thought anything. Just they have hold that test tube for 2 minutes and then they given back. Once they check that, test that test tubes, there is no change in the DNA strands, masters. Means in the first group, they have that elevated emotions, but there is no intention or thought. So there is no change in the DNA. Next, second group, they also are trying to achieve that elevated state of emotions like love and appreciation. Once they reach that elevated state, they were asked to set a thought or intention to change that strands of DNA. So now they have reached that elevated state of emotion, and then they have made a thought, a clear thought or intention. So then they are given that test tube with DNA to hold for 2 minutes. So with that positive emotions and clear intention, after that 2 minutes, when they test that test tube, there was 25% change in the DNA strands. And then third group. This third group didn't do any technique to raise their feelings. They were just asked to set that intention to change the DNA. They were asked to hold the DNA test tubes for 2 minutes and they were taken back and they test it. There is no change in the DNA. So what this experiment proves is our heart and mind needs to work together. When I say mind or brain, it is our thoughts, masters. And when I say heart or body, it's our feelings, emotions. So quantum field does not respond to our requests, emotional requests. We all have so many desires, masters, right? But quantum field just not respond to that, masters. Not to our emotional requests or thoughts. When they are both aligned, means our thoughts and feelings, if when they are both aligned, we are broadcasting same signal. So elevated emotions with a clear thought that's when it's going to respond, masters. So the quantum field does not respond to what we want, but it responds to who we are as a being. What does it mean, masters? It means that your thoughts and emotions decide your state of being. In that quantum field, your thoughts send an electrical charge into the field, and your feelings draw the events from that field, master. It's like a magnetic charge, it attracts. Whatever you feel is going to attract from the field. So, how we think and feel produce that state of being, which generates an electromagnetic signature. That means, as an antenna, we are broadcasting some signal onto the universe, masters, whether it is conscious or unconscious. Our state of being, whether you are into say we have a remote control with you, masters, there are so many channels. So based on that broadcast, whatever frequency you are in, you are able to see that channel, right, masters? In the same way, what state of being you are in, you are able to manifest, you are able to see the reality as per that state of being, masters. So today's our topic, as I told in the start, we want to change ourselves, right? We want to change ourselves. We want to change yourself. If you to change yourself, so the first thing we need to do, or the only thing we need to do, is to change the state of being, masters. When I say the state of being, to change that electromagnetic signal. That means to change energy, masters. So many of the great masters are asking us, raise your energies, change your energies. What does it mean, masters? How can we increase our energies? How can we increase our frequencies? We can do that by how we think and how we feel, masters. Most of us are into this loop of think and feel, masters. What does it mean? Think and feel. Years together, we are having same set of thoughts and emotions, which is creating a state of being, a personality, masters, and it is creating our personal reality. So our personality is creating our personal reality. For example, years together we have having that you are a lazy person, then you are in that state of being, masters. I can say confidently, I am a lazy person. I don't want to do anything. I am a short tempered person. I am unlucky. I always feel sick. See, where does this thought and feeling is coming, masters? Because years together, I've been thinking in that way. I'm able to feel the same thing, masters. What I mean to say is there is an addiction, masters, here. So at the start of the session, we discuss about habits. You might think drinking is a habit, or cigarette smoking is a habit. No, masters. Some habits, bad habits, which we don't realize, is this addiction of thoughts and emotions, masters. For example, you are driving to work and you get a thought about an heated argument with your colleague. Okay, while driving, you just get a thought. So next thing would be you will be feeling that anger, frustration in your body once you get that thought about that argument. Your anger in your body then signals to brain to generate more angry thoughts, which in turn, those angry thoughts in your brain, once they are created, they will signal more chemicals in your body. Only if you are aware, masters. you are in complete awareness, then you will be able to feel that chemicals in your body. And how does it feel, masters? Like a burning sensation in your chest, or maybe a knot in your stomach. So this is that think and feel loop, masters. So a thought is going to trigger chemicals in the form of feelings in your body, and your body is so addicted to that chemicals, it is asking the brain to generate more such thoughts, and the brain is triggering again more chemicals into your body. So in this loop of think and feel, we are stuck in that loop, masters. For example, another example is, there has an unfortunate event, okay, in the life, okay, which created suffering, okay. So from that day, there are thoughts related to it, and grief, suffering in your body, right? The body triggers more such thoughts in brain, and the brain generates more of that chemicals in your body. That suffering might be creating knots in the body, so many other chemicals and issues, masters. These are the addictions or habits which we want to break. We don't want to be that self all the time. I have seen so many people, masters, for the same example, after that unfortunate incident, they are not able to come out of it because their thoughts, the brain is generating same thoughts again, and the body is creating chemicals and then triggering the same thoughts again and again. They are feeling so miserable. They're feeling very unfortunate all the time, masters. Only if you are aware of that unconscious, repetitive loop, masters. What is that loop of? Thoughts and emotions. The dance of brain and body. What if we have a switch, masters? Once we are aware that thought itself is coming, which is going to create suffering for us, just switch off that, turn the switch, masters. If we have that switch, okay, we are not going to be that old self. We want to change ourselves. So we want to break the loop, masters, right? If you, for example, masters, if we have thoughts to become healthy, okay, now we have the thoughts to become healthy, but all the time, if I am feeling sick, I'm feeling as a sick person because I have a story in me that I'm always sick. Maybe because of the thought, repetitive thoughts, or somebody has been telling the same thing, you are a sick person, you are a sick person. And I believed it completely that I'm feeling sick person all the time. But I have these thoughts, intention to become healthy. But that thought itself can't change my state, masters, because my state is my thoughts plus my feelings. If I'm feeling sick, I can't get that healing. So thoughts are language of brain and mind, and feelings are the language of body or heart. So if you want to change, you must have your thoughts like an idealized self, which we discussed earlier, that is better than what you are now at this moment, that exists in this particular, your particular environment, in your body, in your time, in your situation, masters. When you want to win that situation, you want to think greater than that situation, masters. If you want to overcome that environment, you have to think greater than that environment, greater than in your body, greater than your body, greater than the time in which you are living. Every great person in history knows this, masters, like Martin Luther King Jr., William Wallace, Mary Curie, Mahatma Gandhi, Thomas Edison, etc. All these great personalities, masters. If you go deep into their life, we can understand that, masters. They always have thought greater than their environment, greater than the times they are living, greater than their body, and greater than the time, masters. Like, for example, Mahatma Gandhi, if you take Gandhi, the time when which he was living, there was the British rule in India, masters. But what he thought was non-violence, unity, compassion, equality. So he has thought greater than the environment in which he was living, the times in which he was living. So he had that strong belief, masters. Whatever that external environment, the external world in which he was living, that did not alter his internal world, masters. His thoughts and feelings. He had set that strong intention in him, masters, that the reality has manifested itself. So, from these great masters' lives, we can learn that, masters, that when our behaviors match our intentions, when our actions are equal to our thoughts, when our mind and bodies are working together, when our words and deeds are aligned, there is an immense power behind us, masters. We would be any of those powerful persons which I have named just a minute ago. Only thing is, our behavior should match our intentions. Our minds and bodies should be completely aligned to that intentions, masters. And the words we speak and the deeds we do should be aligned. Should be that aligned, in sync, perfect person. Then there is an immense power behind us, masters. So once you align yourself on your intentions and feelings, what is the next step, masters? The next step is leave that, how that will be manifested to the quantum field, masters. Because once you have set your intentions and you keep on anticipating that future, again, you are not living in this present moment and you are trying to control the future, then that's when you face hurdles to get what you desire, what you want, to reach your idealized self, masters. So you need to surrender, you need to trust, you need to let go. How a desired, whatever desired event you have intended will unfold in your life. Because there is a greater intelligence, masters. There is a greater intelligence inside each of us, around each of us. That intelligence which makes our heart beat, that intelligence is keeping this, whether this environment in this planet, how it needs to be, and keeping all these living creatures live. So we need to surrender trust to that greater intelligence, masters. So we need to have our elevated emotions. We need to have to set our intention. We need to be aligned as our brain and heart. We need to be coherent, masters. We need to be completely aligned. And then leave your desire to that greater intelligence, masters, because that greater intelligence which is inside each of us, around each of us, it is everywhere, masters. And that greater intelligence wants to give greater than what we expect, masters. With our small hands, how much we can take, masters? That greater intelligence, that divine intelligence wants to give it with their big hands. So we need to trust, surrender, and let go. And finally, masters, in our quantum creation, which we are trying to do, that creation of our idealized self, we need to give thanks to that future event which is going to happen, masters. Once we have set our intentions, tuned into that elevated emotional state, and then surrendered to that greater intelligence, we are waiting for that future desired event to manifest in our life, masters. While we are waiting, before that future event even happens, we need to give thanks, masters, because gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership, masters. When we are in the state of gratitude, then we are in that signal, master, that electromagnetic signature we were discussing earlier. We will be able to raise our vibrations, masters. That means we can increase our energies by being in that state of gratitude. When we are in gratitude means that event has already happened, masters. Usually when we will be in gratitude, masters, we will be gratitude to whatever we have. Even though we don't remember, once we remember, we feel gratitude for the things which we have. But in the quantum creation, we are asked to feel that gratitude even before that happens to you. When we feel that gratitude, our body will believe that it has already happened, masters. Then that desired event does not take much time to become as a reality, masters, as a physical reality, as a matter which we see. So, masters, we have to step out of our limited belief system. So we only believe what we see, what we feel with our five senses, isn't it, masters? But there is so much of world outside of what we can see. And there's infinite, in quantum world, there are infinite possibilities there, masters. Only thing is, once we set our intentions and state of being, we will be able to pick that up into our life, masters. So the greatest thing, again, we are coming to our thing, masters, from where we started. The greatest habit you can ever break is a habit of being yourself, masters. What was that yourself, masters? Like your body, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your limitations, your environment, your time, masters. Now we are able to break that limitations, masters, and you will be able to transform into that idealized self, complete health, wealth, whatever you desire, masters, whatever your idealized behavior is, whatever your intention is, you can manifest, masters, by using your mind, your consciousness, that is your thoughts and feelings, your state of being, masters. Only when you are in complete awareness, even when a thought comes which is going to create that addiction to you, masters, that loop which we were discussing earlier, you would be able to break that, masters. No, I don't want to be that. I need to be that idealized self. I need to have those elevated thoughts, those elevated emotions. I need to be in that state of energy, masters. Only when you are in that awareness, you will be able to easily switch that, masters. So when you want to access that infinite possibilities in that quantum field, you should not be that your localized self, masters, which I was telling, when I say yourself, you are your physical self. No, masters, you need to step out of your physical self. You need to be that nobody. You need to be in that no time. You need to be in that nowhere, masters. in that quantum field, there is no space mass, there is no matter, there is all space and there is energy everywhere, and that infinite possibilities is in the form of energy, masters. Only when you observe with your clear intention and elevated emotion, you will be able to grab that into your life, masters. So that is what I wanted to conclude, masters. We need to raise our energies and vibrations to our thoughts and emotions. That's when we will be able to manifest whatever desires in our life, masters. Because we have so many desires, and so many times we think like, oh, I have set this intention, it is not even coming into my life. I'm doing meditation, I'm doing this. Why is it not working? Because we are not able to be into that state of being. We are not able to that thing. So we all have this knowledge. Let us put that practice into our life, masters. Let us be that idealized self. Let us, each one of us, be that idealized self, masters. Let us start working on it. We have got so much of knowledge within us, but let us put that into practice, masters. That practice starts with our thoughts, masters. Let us be aware of that unconscious thoughts, unconscious emotions, feelings, and behaviors, masters. Let us align our thoughts, emotions, our brain and body, our brain and heart. Let us be coherent. Let us be aligned. Let us be in sync with that greater intelligence, masters. Let us be our best version of ourselves. Let us be that idealized version, masters. Let us walk in that path. Let us hold our hands and walk in that path, masters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sankit sir. Thank you for this opportunity. For reminding those knowledge and wisdom.
Thank you so much, sir. Really amazing sharing with the practical things. Also, you shared insights. Also, like some university which research I did, you gave example procedure properly. How the thoughts are can manifest. So very nice explanation, and clearly you explained. That's very much amazing the way you explained. It's not at all very fast. Also, very at a very good pace. You explained. It was very much nice. Felt very happy, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom here for the people of Qatar and everyone. Thank you so much. Masters, if anyone has any questions or any doubts or you want to share experiences, please you can unmute yourself and just share your words, please. Anyone wants, please unmute and just speak, masters. Please mention name of the book you recorded author.
So the name of the book was Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Let me see, masters, if I have that, I can just share you that picture. It's a very great book, masters. It's very in very practical way it is to put into practice. Really great book.
So just you can just type in the chat, sir, the name of the author.
Yeah, sure, sir. I will do that. Yeah.
And book name also. Yes. Yes, sir. So, this is the, it's already shared this, no? Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Yes, Sarupam, madam, please.
Namaste Gangadhar sir and all masters. I relate everything Gangadhar sir said to Jonathan Livingston Seagull novel in other words, I think. That's all. Break your limitations and belief system and surrender yourself to greater intelligence. That's all, no sir? Or align yourself with greater intelligence. Isn't it, Gangadhar sir?
Okay, sorry, madam. Can you repeat the question?
Whatever you said, I relate everything you said to Jonathan Seagull story.
Yeah.
In other words, I think. That's all, no? Break your limitations and belief system and surrender yourself to greater intelligence. That's all.
Right,
Isn't it?
right, madam. Right. Really great. Yeah, you perfectly whatever we discussed today, you correlated with the story of Jonathan Seagull. Yes. To achieve
Words are
something
different.
greater, you
Yeah,
have to break that barriers of that belief system and limitations which we have. Even Jonathan,
yes.
he has gone into that, whatever we discuss now, beyond space and time. He has reached that state. Yeah, he went that. Yeah, I remember now. Yes, that's
I
true.
understood in my my standards, Gangadhar
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, I know. You are that Jonathan Seagull for us. Also, madam, actually, I was preparing for the session and I saw your status. Don't chase love, money, or success. Become the
Yes.
best version of yourself, and those things will chase you.
Chase you. Yes.
So I felt so related with what I was getting ready to discuss and felt so happy by seeing your status. So this is what synchronicity which we think
Yes.
like we are in that energy or we are into that frequency, and then we are just attracting that information related to that. So I felt so
Yes.
happy and replied to you. So related to this session which we are about to have.
Yes. Sir.
That will chase you. Only need to be best version of yourself. Then everything will chase you. Don't need to chase anything.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Gangadhar sir, for
Thank you,
sharing
madam.
this much
Thanks for
knowledge.
joining the session and sharing your energies and your insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else, masters? If anyone has any questions or you want to share experiences, anything, you are most welcome. So if no one has, we can just, we are having another 4 minutes, so we can just wait 3-4 minutes and we can wind up the session. Yes, master, just will wait another 3-4 minutes and we will end the session. Everyone, please, you can.
Sorry, sir.
We have another 4 minutes, sir. Still, we can just meditate and end the session. That's better.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity once again.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much for your time because it's already there. I think it's midnight, 12 o'clock for you. Have
Yeah,
taken
1 o'clock, almost 1
Yes, it
o'clock.
is great. You almost 1 a.m. it is for you, and you are giving session for Qatar here. Thank you so much for your
No problem.
time.
My pleasure. It's my opportunity to recollect the things. Thank you. Maybe if you get an opportunity once again, we can have that meditation, sir. Breaking the habit of being yourself meditation. We can
Yes,
do.
meditation, sir. Rotary.
Yeah, we can have a meditation next time.
Yeah,
Based
definitely.
on this, what we discussed, we'll have a meditation.
Okay. Definitely. We'll then one more session we can conduct. I will call you.
Sure.
Last 5 seconds. Thank you all masters. Thanks for joining for today's session. Again, we will meet next week with one more master with new wisdom sharing. And be happy, meditate every day, and enjoy